Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Chow with Lau, and today I'm going to show you how to cook something a little bit more on the unusual side. Soft shell crabs. If you've tried these before, you know how nice they are. If you haven't, you're going to find it a little bit different, shall we say. It's a crab with a really soft shell. So soft, in fact, that you eat the whole thing. No waste at all. I mean, that's got to be a win-win situation, right? They're very nice, really tasty, and I think you're going to love this salt and chili recipe I'm going to do for you today. So without further ado, let's get into this. So you're not going to find soft shell crabs in your local Tesco's, but you are going to find them in your local Chinese and Asian supermarkets on the whole. I found these in the freezer department. Sometimes you can find them fresh. They're not that rare, you can find them if you look for them. The only downside is they're quite pricey. These cost me £32 for a kilo, which equates to about $45 US. And the only reason why I could justify spending that much money on these is because people have been helping me out by donating through Super Thanks, which is a button underneath the video. You can donate some money to the channel. So that's the sort of thing that I'm going to put the funds to just help the channel grow and do more and more things so I can bring videos to you like this. So thank you very much. So I'm going to start with 10 cloves of garlic here because I want the crab to be quite garlicky as well as spicy, and some of this is going in a dip as well. So I'm just going to finely chop these cloves of garlic really fine as possible. To go with the garlic, we're going to have some ginger. It's natural. I'm going to get this much, which is kind of, I don't know, what's that? 1.5 inches by about 1 inch deep, something like that. It doesn't have to be exact. Now I always get told off by you guys for peeling this raw, but it's honestly the quickest way of doing it. And if you're careful, you can actually just minimize the amount of flesh you can take off the ginger. There you go. It's a compromise between speed and wastefulness, of course it is. You pick the way that works for you. Right, and so we're going to really finely slice this as well. Okay, that will about do it. This is the bit that comes with a little bit of a warning. This is the legendary Scotch bonnet chili pepper. These bad boys are seriously spicy. You don't have to use these. I saw them, thought why not? And I'm going to use them quite sparingly, so yeah, just be careful, not least when you're cutting them. After you've cut them, you know what to do. Make sure you wash your hands thoroughly. It doesn't want to go in your eye, and it certainly doesn't want to go anywhere else, hey guys. Keep safe. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take the seeds out. Actually, apparently, it's not really so much the seeds that are spicy. It's the membrane. I saw that on QI. Yeah, so if you, by taking the seeds out, you can go and take the membrane out as well. You don't really want the seeds in because they get, well, it's a bit gritty really, isn't it? It's amazing how something so little can be so potent. But yeah, tread lightly guys, tread lightly. So seeds out, membrane out. So what we're going to do is again finely slice these. Wow, I can smell them from here. That's pretty potent. Wonder how spicy that is. No, 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 no. I'll tell you what. If I get 200 likes on this video, I will eat a piece of Scotch bonnet chili pepper this size, but you've got to like this video at least 200 times. Deal? Or no deal? It's up to you guys. It is a soy sauce based dip, so I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of light soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, a tablespoon of runny honey. You could also use soft brown sugar, but I like honey because it just dissolves in there quite nicely, so give it a stir. To that, I'm going to add about a teaspoon of the garlic, about a teaspoon of the ginger, a little bit of the chili, maybe a bit more. I don't know. Yeah, that much. Stir that in and let that kind of let all those flavors intermingle and get to know each other and blend. Is there any smoke coming from that? No, we're okay. We're okay. Right guys, to the star of the show, the actual crab itself. This is what they look like. You can see they're kind of slightly leathery rather than hard. They're quite small normally. So what I'm going to do is, with the bigger ones, I'm going to cut them in half, and obviously they can become 2 portions each. And the smaller ones I think are fine to go in individually into the fryer. So these 2, I think, being the bigger ones. All I'm going to do is take a sharp knife and cut them straight down the middle. So easy, look. That's it. Yeah, simple as. Okay. Yeah, how many you want to use depends on how many people you're feeding and how much money you got. Obviously, by cutting them in half, kind of helps share the portions around. I guess with this kind of dish, it can be a really nice starter, or it can be part of a banquet. Depends on what you're trying to do. Can get quite expensive if you're feeding a lot of people, but a kilo of these things, it's quite a lot actually. It's a reasonable amount, so you can feed quite a lot of people, have a party with it. But again, it's up to you. I would sort of do other dishes to go with it, and then you can have a complete feast, and these can be part of it, a really nice part of it, or smaller portions for a starter, which would also be real kick-ass starter. So in this bowl I have half and half plain flour and cornflour or cornstarch, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I reckon there's about 100 grams there. It's not a huge amount because we're only kind of dusting, we're not doing a huge amount, but the exact quantity is not amazingly important, because obviously we're just dusting things here. It's not an exact kind of baking quantity. This is sort of enough to get the job done. Try not to waste too much, simple as. To that I'm going to add copious amount of salt. Pepper I think works well with this, definitely. Okay, put lots and lots and lots in. Give it a shake. The thing with this is you think you've got enough salt, but you probably haven't, so we put some more in there. Okay, that should do it. And because they're moist, the flour sticks on quite nicely. It's great. There's not going to be a huge amount, like I said, there's not going to be a huge amount of batter on them. It is literally just the coating. Bamboo chopstick in. Fizzing away quite nicely. Good. This isn't going to take very long. We're going to place our dusted pieces of crab into the hot oil. If you're making bigger quantities, just don't overload your oil. Make sure you keep the oil hot, otherwise it's not going to fry crispy. It's going to boil. That's pretty good. There you go. Resist the temptation to give it a stir or anything like that. What you can do when the bits are sticking out like this fella here, turn him upside down. Yeah? So you're getting it evenly cooked. But most seafood, when you're frying it like this, doesn't take long at all. Literally a couple of minutes really. And this is no different. Okay, I reckon that's about 3 or 4 minutes. That'll do, I think. Don't forget, we are going to finish them off in the chili and the garlic and the ginger. So it's not finished yet. Okay. I fished them out with the spider. Spider fishing out a crab. There's kind of an irony in that, isn't there? Or is it just me? I don't know. Right guys, here we go. We're at the business end of the recipe now. We've got our nice carbon steel wok. If you haven't seen me season this, check out my other videos. Trick is, when we're doing this, is to make sure that the wok is hot before you put the cold oil in. Hot wok, cold oil. Makes it better non-stick. Okay, get that smoking. Like so. Add our oil, about 2 tablespoons or so. Make sure that you give it a good squirt around. Like so. Coat as much of the wok as you're going to have contact with your ingredients. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is add our chili. Right, I'm going to be quite cautious. I'm not going to put all this in, I'm not. I'm just going to put that much in, oh, a bit more. There we go. There we go, I'm feeling brave. Okay. Then I'm going to add a similar amount of ginger and lots of garlic. Okay, right, so we're getting these going in the wok. It's really releasing all the flavors, the chili, the ginger, the garlic. It's a potent mix. Okay, so we're going to get the oil really hot now, ready for our recipient, and that is our crabs. Okay, let's go. And all we're going to do is gently toss them in this oil. We're going to add more salt, more cracked black pepper, that is going to be delicious. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yes. And all we're doing is infusing that flavoured oil into the crab. And that, my friends, is it. There you go, guys. Check it out. Oh yeah, don't want to waste any of that nice garlic, chilli, ginger, all there. Okay. Turn into a decent presentation. Wow, that's nice. Let's get a little bit of tissue here. That was good. Wow. Oh, there's some kick there. Okay. A little bit of garnish. Just for a little bit of colour. That's nice, isn't it? And voila! Soft shell crab. Salt and chilli style. Right guys, moment of truth. Let's see what these bad boys taste of. Excuse fingers. Oh, that's really, really good. Got the crispness and the texture from the little dusting of flour. And then the first thing you notice is the heat from those scotch bonnets. Quite glad I didn't put too much in. And then the kind of the crab taste. If you love seafood, you're gonna love this. If you don't like seafood, can't help you. But the flavouring from the ginger, the garlic. Oh, I forgot our dip. That's perfect. It was pretty good on its own. With the dip, it's just mind-blowing. It's like I said before, the slight acidity from that rice vinegar, which isn't actually, you know, it's not as strong as say malt vinegar. Just cuts through this, and the combination is just absolutely delicious. You gotta try this, save up a bit of money because it's expensive, but hey, it's really, really nice. Right guys, if you have liked this video, please leave a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe and leave us a comment. Talk to us. Don't forget, 200 likes on this video and I'm going to have a bit of raw Scotch bonnet chili. Watch me have my head explode. I'll see you in the next video guys. Take care. Bye bye.